Hello, world. Hello, everybody. Netizens out there. How are you? Yes, you're with Joseph Ulrich Lutalo Chomkawa. And of course, right now is a good moment to have a quick lecture about what it is I'm working on currently. Yes, right before us here, we have a very interesting schematic TEA language research. And you can see from what we have here, it looks somewhat like a state diagram. This is actually a kind of mind map for how one might put into context most of what's going around the very interesting text processing language called text alternator that I'm working on. Been working on this language with some friends and a very interesting community on the internet. TEA has already reached a level where it can be installed on any major operating system, Linux, Unix, Windows. We have a reference implementation for Android and a reference implementation for the command line for majority of operating systems. So in this diagram, in brief, we see that first of all, in the TEA ecosystem, there is a set of documents. This includes the source code, the interpreter, different interpreters, but also source code of some of the TEA programs in the standard configuration. The API describing how applications and users might interact with the computational facilities in the TEA ecosystem. Then there is a manual guiding users on how the TEA language works and how the interfaces are defined. Then we have inputs, in most of the cases that is TEA source code or raw data, and this is what is then processed by the TEA interpreter. There is a printing facility in the interpreter and in the like for example the text transformer terminal has also an analyst component, so every program you run through it with or without data results in some sort of result and some analysis. So the outputs are, of course, we echo back what was input. That's possible to look at the code that is being run in real time. This is even possible with the command line TEA interface. And you then see the results, of course, of running your TEA program. Then for now, only in the reference implementation for Android, you get to see some analytics related to the execution session. So control that has been put in place, for example, it's possible to control the database of the TEA interpreter. Has a sort of an IDE, software operating environment that's been implemented, for example, for Android, and this allows the user to stash or store interesting TEA programs they might come across, but also fetch standard configuration, which is also possibly a set of TEA programs. So this work is important because it's going to disrupt but also define much of what's going to happen in the TEA community for the foreseeable future. And I welcome you guys to actually go out and TEA. This is some serious computational kung fu that you need to pick skills of and explore and apply. All right, that's it. Greetings to friends in Makerere, Nkumba University, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and everywhere else who are following and also participating in what we are doing here. Cool.